Hello, this is Akabu69, and you can't see my head today. But today I'm going to show you how to get a decent tone through a live amp setup with a multi-effects processing pedal, because that's kind of the hardest thing that people find hold on. That's the hardest thing that people have to do with these pedals. They can get them to sound great through mixers or even through headphones. The thing is, you want to turn off cabinet simulation when you're going through a live rig setup. Even though I'm not going to lie to you guys, guilty as charged, I've used cabinet simulation a lot through a lot of my lesson videos and stuff through my live rig setup, but I find that the tone is not as dominating as it could be. It's not as present, it's not as there, it sounds a little bit in the background. I will demonstrate as such and you'll hear what I'm talking about. That's not bad, but you're just not getting the oomph you would get. Even if I go to this utility button and I change my output from direct to effects 412, it's more present, but you still have those two speaker cab tones fighting each other. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's not quite there. Now let me turn off the cabinet simulation and give you what you have now. So what you want to do is cut off that cabinet simulation through a live rig setup, because it's not going to sound that great. Now if you're going through headphones or a mixing board, keep that cabinet simulation on. The best thing to do, even though you have a ton of choice on your cabinet models on these pedals to really give you some cool sounding tones, if you want to be a little bit more realistic about it, find a cabinet sound that almost or sounds close or exact like the cab you really have. Like the Vintage 30 cabinet model on this Digitech sounds close to what my speakers sound like in real life. So if I play through a mixer with the vintage setting on the cab, and then I find that they sound very close. Not exactly, but they're close. They're in the same ballpark of speaker tone. But anyways, I have my pedal set to preset mode. I've got three main settings. I've got wet, clean, and dry. Dry is more of a it's a variation of the wet tone minus any kind of effects, except for noise gate, because you gotta have that thing running. Now let's look what I did for my wet setting. My wet setting is my main setting. I use it for lead and rhythm, because it has the right amount of everything. Okay, and the amp model I used, I call it EVH amp, because it's a hyper model I made, and it's based on the 5150 Mark III. Alright, so here we go. And those are the settings. You got your bass on 12, mid on 6, and treble on 12. And now we go to the compressor, and these are the settings on the compressor. Fast, tone -1, threshold 9, gain 20. And then we go down to the parametric EQ 12, and I have it set that way. And I find adding, and of course, hold on, the gate's on. I hope you can read the settings. Alright, and I find adding chorus and delay and reverb to a rhythm tone actually is a good thing. Tony, thank you for that tip. That way I don't have to turn effects on and off anymore to go from a lead to a rhythm sound. I find this covers my lead and rhythm sounds, and I'll play you this setting in just a second. But I find using a little bit of chorus, turned down slightly, sounds good. Don't have so much chorus that it's overwhelming. Just enough. It's like when you're making food and you season it. Just add a pinch of salt and it just tastes great. And then I have my delay on constantly, analog delay, 500 milliseconds, feedback 45, threshold off, level 35. And then I have a little bit of reverb, arena. And I find this makes a perfect rhythm / lead tone, and I'll play it for you. And then I'll turn off some of the effects, and you'll hear the difference that they really make. But here we go. This is my setting called Wet. See, that sounds really good actually for rhythm and lead, I find. Alright, now if I were to turn off any of the effects, like this is with, I'm going to turn off the delay and the reverb real fast. You still got chorus. Now let's turn off the chorus. Well, you notice it, but not that much, because it's not an overbearing amount of chorus. But it's just it's enough to color your tone. Then we got some delay, and it's not too much either. Then you got to kick on the reverb, and there you go. Now my clean. I find that it's best to turn off compression on clean because you don't want a dirty clean sound. You want a clean sound. So for my clean, I'm using an amp model called the Clean Tube. I guess it's based on a Fender or something, I don't know. And I got my EQs set to 4, 8, and 10. That would be bass, mid, and treble. And then the parametric EQs are set at for the mid frequency 1850, high frequency 3250. Noise gate is on, although you don't need it on. I'll leave it on anyways. Now I got chorus, speed 25, depth 70, pre-delay 10, modulation level 50. And then I got the delay on 500 milliseconds, feedback 45, delay level 25. You don't want too much delay on your clean, otherwise it just kind of takes over your tone. See, it's in the background. Really, on my clean settings, I try to accent the chorus and reverb the most. And now I got my reverb set to something called Arena. It's pre-delay 10, decay 70, damping 40, level 60. And you get kind of a tone like this. To me, that's a good clean. Now, if you want to make settings, take your metal setting and your clean setting for like a mixer, or if you're recording direct in, copy those patches and just add a speaker cabinet simulation of your choice to them. Personally, I'd say go with one that sounds closest to your live cab. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see y'all next time.